Dear students, today we shall see about drag on the aerofoil. As shown in figure, the aerofoil is already we know it is a streamlined body, thereby the pressure drag is almost negligible and a small wake may be at the trailing edge. Therefore, even at high values of Re, the predominant or the major contribution is from friction drag to the total drag. And also the pressure distribution around the aerofoil, based on experimental, that is measured one, the lower curve and the upper curve. Here it is the lower curve. The lower curve is the measured one, whereas the upper curve, dotted one, is the theoretical one. Both these curves will agree up to the rear end. Only at the rear end it separates. Therefore, an aerofoil is, in case of aerofoil, only the frictional drag predominates. And also, unlike sphere or a cylinder, there is no change of boundary layer from laminar to turbulent. Even though there is little change, but it will not be more significant. Okay. Now, the development of lift on submerged bodies. So far we have studied the effect of drag on submerged bodies. Now we will go to lift component effect on submerged bodies. We shall consider a circular cylinder of radius r, which makes an angle theta as shown here. In case of an ideal fluid, when the velocity, uniform velocity of fluid is acting upon the cylinder, the velocity at any point will be tangential, and it is given as u is equal to 2u sin theta. Here you can see at any point which is tangential. Now, in the second figure B, when a uniform circulation is imparted onto the rotating cylinder, then the peripheral velocity uc will be equal to circulation, that is applied circulation, upon 2 pi r, where r is the radius of the circular cylinder. Now further, if we superimpose these two cases, suppose if we superimpose the first one and the second one, we will get this development of lift on cylinder due to circulation. Superimposed flow pattern will be symmetrical about the vertical axis on either side, whereas along the horizontal axis it is unsymmetrical. Therefore, the velocity will be addition vectorially added together to get the formula or velocity. Total velocity ut is equal to 2u sin theta plus circulation upon 2 pi r. Here for the upper half of the cylinder, theta varies from 0 to 180. You can see here 0 to 180 in the upper cylinder, whereas in the lower cylinder it is 180 to 360. Therefore, in the upper half, 2u sin theta will become negative, as sin theta will be negative, whereas in the upper half it is positive, whereas in the lower half it is negative. Therefore, velocity on the upper half of the cylinder will be more than lower half. Now, when we apply Bernoulli's equation here, it is evident that the pressure in the lower half of the cylinder will be much more than the pressure in the upper half. Thereby, there will be a force acting upward perpendicular to the fluid flow, that is denoted by here Fl. So, this vertical force which is developed due to the pressure difference between the upper half and lower half, the lift force will be in the upward direction. This is known as, or this phenomena of producing the lift effect on the cylinder, invented by Magnus, who is a German physicist in the year 1852. That's why this effect is known as Magnus effect. Magnus effect. Here you can see this is Magnus effect. This phenomenon of rotating the cylinder by imparting a circulation in a uniform flow of fluid is known as Magnus effect. Next, the lift force on a rotating cylinder. Now let us consider an elementary area shown here, that is d theta. This is the small elementary area. Now let P be the pressure intensity making an angle theta with respect to the vertical. DFL is the lift force acting on the elementary. Therefore, this lift force FL is given by minus LR integral 0 to 2 pi P sin theta d theta. Here negative sign is because the force is acting downward. This component of P is acting downwards, therefore the sign is negative. To get the value of P, that is pressure, what we are required to do? We have to apply the Bernoulli's equation between the 2 points. One point is considered in an unaffected flow, and any point, one and another point on the surface of the cylinder. Then if you consider that, we can write the equation P naught plus half rho u squared is equal to P plus half rho ut squared, where ut is equal to total force, summation of the two forces, as we have seen before. Thereby, from Fourier series, if you simplify this equation, we will get the lift force is equal to rho u L circulation. This is known as Kutta-Joukowski equation. So this equation can be used in various applications to find out the lift force on aerofoil, turbines, pumps, etc. That will come in future classes to come. Now, how to find out the expression for a lift coefficient, that is CL. We know already FL is equal to CL multiplied by area multiplied by rho u squared by 2. Here area we can consider it as 2RL. You can see here for cylinder area is 2RL. Now we can equate these two equations. One is FL is equal to rho u LT. Another one is CL 2RL rho u squared by 2. So thereby we get CL is equal to coefficient of lift on cylinder is equal to 2 pi R UC divided by RU. If you simplify, you will get 2 pi UC by U, where 2 pi RUC is nothing but equal to circulation which is imparted to rotate the cylinder. Now, in order to find out the amount of circulation, we have to consider a stagnation point. What is stagnation point? Stagnation points are nothing but where the velocity is 0. Now combined velocity, we know it is given by ut is equal to 2u sin theta plus circulation upon 2 pi r, because ut is equal to small u plus uc. U is the velocity at any point tangent to the cylinder, and uc is the peripheral velocity which is also tangent at any point on the cylinder. Now the stagnation point ut is equal to 0, which is equal to 2u sin theta plus circulation upon 2 pi r. Therefore, 2u sin theta we will get minus circulation upon 2 pi r. Sin theta is equal to minus circulation divided by 4 pi ur. Solution to this equation gives two values of theta. One, when theta varies from 180 to 270 and another 270 to 360. If we consider only one value, then we can consider theta is equal to 270. In that case, sin theta will become equal to minus 1. Therefore, minus 1 is equal to minus circulation upon 4 pi ur. Therefore, the magnitude of circulation we can obtain as 4 pi ur. Okay, we will stop here today. In the next class, we will see lift on aerofoil.